Hello, welcome back to Vitality Power Pilates. My name is Hope and this is your 30-minute beginner-friendly Speak Now Taylor's Version Pilates class. All you need today is a soft surface, so find your mat and let's get started. We're going to start out by facing the long way on our mat, coming up through those hands, lifting up above that head, palms are facing together, and lower those hands down. Again, we lift up through those hands all the way up towards our ceiling and drop them down. Last one right here. Inhale as we lift. And exhale as you lower those hands down. Good, lifting up through those hands. Now they're coming out to the side of the body. Thumbs are up towards our ceiling. We're going to bring those hands together and apart. Creating that strong arm from the beginning. Rounding out through those shoulders for 4, 3, 2, 1. Open up through those shoulders, roll them down and roll them back. Squeezing those shoulder blades together as you roll those shoulders back nice and big. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Letting those shoulders hang nice and low. Taking your right arm and crossing it in front of that body. Giving yourself that gentle tug on your elbow. And lower it down. Other arm crosses across that body. Let it go. Take both arms up and bend down through those elbows, feeling those triceps stretch out just a little bit, keeping those elbows close to our heads. And lift nice and tall. One more time, bend down through those elbows, feel those triceps engage and stretch. And lift up tall, beautiful. Here, hands float down by our sides. We're going to take them to our hips, and we're going to turn our body through the upper body over to our left side. Keeping those feet where they are, come back through center, twisting over to the other side. Good, twisting back through center, dropping those hands down, tucking your chin into your chest, and rolling that body down, stretching out through your backside. Gently walk those hands over to your left ankle. Back through center and over to your other leg. It feels so good to stretch before we get into our movement today. Bring it back through center, lift up through that upper body just about halfway and straighten out that back. From here, we're going to open up through those arms and lower them down. Squeeze those shoulder blades together as we lift. Gaze is looking down. You're here for 5, 4. Big stretch right here. 3, 2, 1. Lower those hands down. Roll up slowly, tucking everything in and then rolling it down and back. Good. From here, walking those feet in together and finding your chair, bending through those legs. Feeling your glutes start to turn on here, send those arms out, and we're going to stand up, lift those hands up above that head. We lower down and lift, beautiful. Starting to bring those abs into play, squeeze them back towards that spine. You're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stand up tall. Beautiful. Float those hands down. From here, taking the hands behind the back and pressing up through that chest. Belly button comes out, spine arches forward, and untuck those hands, bring your spine back to neutral. Good, from here, hands are gonna come out to the side, we stretch out that back one last time, reaching towards the top of that mat, and start to push those hands up. You're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift those hands up, back to center. Body comes back to neutral and pull over towards the back of your mat. Good. Lift through those hands. You're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keep them lifted. Come back through center. Drop those hands down. Start to kick that booty back with your foot as we rock that body from side to side. Good, squeeze that leg back. You're here for 10. Slight bend in those legs is good. You want to feel ready, warm. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, last 1. Feet are now a little bit wider than those hips. We're gonna send our toes out towards the front and the back of that mat. Our elbows are gonna be tucked in towards our side. As we lower down into that squat, we send those hands out towards either side of the mat. Good, squeeze those abs back, keeping that balance. We lower that booty down to the mat. You're here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Move with that breath for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Scoop it up, squeeze it up. Toes now point with your body. Hands go back to those hips. We give us a nice regular squat, sending that booty back and squeeze and lift it up. Good. Maybe you try to lift those toes off of the ground to really ignite that glute, lifting up through that heel. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower it down from here. Lift up that left heel off of the mat and drop it back down. 5 more times. Lift and lower. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower that heel down, stand up. We have that squat. Once more, sending that booty back. Scoop and lift it up right here. Good, squeezing into those inner thighs as we press up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower yourself down. Right foot now comes up. We hold and drop. Hold and drop. Giving your best 5, 4. Lifting that heel up and bringing it down. Last 2. Last 1. Lower it down. Stand up tall. Good work. Bringing those feet out a little bit wider. Hands come out towards either side of that body. We're gonna cross it down, sending that hand in towards the center of that body and lift it up. Other arm drops down. Send that left hand back. Good, squeeze and lift. Trying to stack those shoulders on top of one another as we bend and bring it up. 2 more. Last time, drop that right hand. Drop that left hand. Good, stand up tall, bring those legs in together. We're working on that upper body. You can stay standing or standing, or you can drop down to your knees, wherever you feel most comfortable. We're gonna take those hands out to either side of that body, and we're gonna start to pulse those hands right here. Lift. We've done this before, you know what it feels like. Starting to burn out through those shoulders. Long, lean arms right here.
Remember this moment.
We have no repeats, so give everything you have to each movement to feel that burn, to maximize your efforts. Mind over matter right here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop those hands and lift halfway. Drop and lift. So you want to have some grace in those arms as you send them down with resistance and pull them back up.
You held your head like a hero on a history book
Squeezing our backside as we lift.
It was the end of a decade.
Good. 10 more seconds.
But the start of an age. Long live the walls we crashed
3,
through, how the kingdom light
2,
shines just for me and you.
1. Send them out from here. Hands come in and flow out.
We made and bring on all the pretenders.
Keeping those arms high enough where you feel that pressure. Those shoulders are starting to feel fiery.
I said, remember this feeling. I passed the pictures around.
Good, open up through those hands, bring those palms close to touching, and then pull them back apart. Last 10, 9, good, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands come out, bend through those elbows, we press and pull. Beautiful.
Cynics were outraged, screaming, this is absurd.
Pull those hands down. 3, 2, 1. Give me that little pulse right here. Shoulders are starting to feel this. Press, press. Keeping those elbows back to really fire up those shoulder blades. Rounding out that back. Creating those beautiful sculpted arms. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Elbows stay lifted. We drop that hand and lift. Good. Rotating through that elbow as we drop the palm down towards the mat. Bend and lift. Beautiful. For 10, 9, 8, 7. Keep those arms lifted. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Send them down, press them back up, bring those hands together, forearms together. We lift it here to finish this arm sequence. Press it up, squeezing those forearms together, squeezing the palms. Good. Just a little inch above that face. You're here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Press them up, open up through that chest, and drop those hands down. Amazing. Roll those shoulders back away from that body. and start to press it out, bringing one hand up at a time, getting some blood flow back into those shoulders. Whew, that burned. So good. Palm is facing the side of your mat. You're lifting that arm nice and high like a windshield wiper. You're here for 5, 4, strong arms till the end. Last 2, last 1. Hands come down, roll them back, and walk towards the back of your mat. Coming into our ready position to find that high plank, I'd like you to send those hands up super tall. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, roll your chin into your chest and drop your upper body until your hands are down onto the mat. Full foot, full palm. We're gonna walk our hands out and we're gonna find our high plank, working on that ab control, squeezing your abs back towards the spine and press it back into your pike, feeling yourself stretch through those shoulders. Find your high plank, squeeze and hold. Take it back to that pike. Good, one more time. Roll that body forward, find that high plank. This time we're gonna drop those knees down to the mat. Bring yourself to your tabletop and then take it back to a child's pose. Walk those shoulders out to feel a little bit of release through that backside and through your upper body. After all of that hard work, pulling on that mat, and then walk yourself back up, meeting me ready to work that booty. I'd like you to stack your shoulders over your wrists, your hips over your knees, and keeping those hips square to the mat, we're gonna send back that right leg and pull it in. Send it back and pull it in. Just getting used to this motion, keeping those hips square to the mat, keeping those abs engaged. Getting comfortable here, your best 10. Extend that leg back for 9. 8. We scoop and lift for 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Lower down onto that left forearm. Right leg twists out just a little bit, so now you're facing that outer corner of your mat. We're gonna tap that corner and lift. Tap and lift. Good. Targeting that outer booty right here. Feeling super strong in your foundation. Your best 10. Scoop and lift for 9. 8. 7. 6. Keeping those abs in control for 5. Last 3. 2. 1. Keep it lifted. Bring that knee in towards that elbow and send it back down. Good job. Pressing up, back onto those hands. We take it to the other side, sending out your left leg and bring it home. Getting those glutes warm right here. Send it back, scoop it in. So you want your back to stay straight in that tabletop. Your gaze is right between those hands. You're not looking back to see what's going on. I promise you, you look amazing. Scoop it back for 10. 9. 8. 7. 6, 5, 4, last 3, scoop and lift for 2, last 1, good job, lowering down onto that forearm, twisting that foot back towards that back corner, we tap and lift. Starting to breathe some fresh energy back into that backside as you pull that leg up and slowly drop it down. Your best 10, 9, straighten that leg out for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep it lifted, bring that knee in towards that elbow and drop it down. Press back up onto both palms. Amazing job. From here, I'd like you to tuck those toes in towards the mat and rock your body back, sending that booty back towards your ankles, stretching out those feet. Good, lifting back up. From here, lifting those toes off of the mat. Knees, I'm sorry, not toes, that'd be hard. Hold it here for 3, 2, and 1. Keeping those toes pressed into the mat, lower that booty back, stretching out those feet. One last time, come back to that tabletop, lift up, pressing through those knees, elevating yourself right here for 3, 2, and 1. Drop it down gently, amazing. Flipping over onto your backside, going into our glute bridge. We're gonna come with our feet planted into the mat, bending through those knees, and slowly lower yourself down with control using those abs as we walk those feet in one step. From here, hands are gonna float up above that chest just for a little bit more. If you feel like you need them for balance, you can leave them on the ground and then work your way up to lifting them. From here, we're just gonna squeeze that upper body and lift it off of the mat, lifting the tushy and the lower back. Good, from here, we're gonna tap and squeeze it up. Pressing through that full foot right here. Your best 10, 9, 8, squeeze and hold, 5, 4, strong arm right here, 3, 2, and 1. Keep it lifted from here, send those hands up above the head and bring them back home. Send them back and up. Keeping that mid-body lifted off of the mat. Good. Using that core control for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Send those hands back above that chest. We tap. Walking those feet in just a little bit closer. I'd like you to lift up and bring those thighs together as you're elevated in that air. Amazing. From here, lower those arms down by the elbows and press back up. Squeezing through those triceps as you extend that hand. Pressing those thighs into one another. Good, you're here for 10, 9, elbows tucked in towards that body for 7, 6, don't forget about those thighs, squeeze and press. Good, last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Untuck those legs from one another and lower yourself down gently onto the mat. Drop those hands. Extend those legs out long. Good, from here, hands are gonna float above that head. We're gonna try to sit up, lifting through those head, neck, and shoulders, and then continue all the way up. Bringing that belly button back towards that spine and lower yourself down. Lift those hands above that head. Good, squeeze and lift. Hands come here. Amazing, one last time, lower down. One vertebrae at a time, squeezing that lower tummy. Hands float up. Press into that mat through those legs and sit up tall. Good, from here, drop those hands down, bring those legs in towards the body. We're just gonna press up through that mid-body, feeling that stretch, feeling yourself work, and lower down, tapping the booty. Press it up. And lower it down. One more just like this, scoop it up. And drop it down. This time I'd like you to take your right foot, cross at the top, that left thigh, and scoop it up. Good, lower it down. Feeling that hip stretch right here. Scoop and lift. Amazing. One more time, then we switch to the other side, bringing that body up into the air and lower it down. Amazing, untucking those legs and bringing the other leg across that body. Pressing up and folding back down, feeling that hip open up. Squeeze those abs and lower yourself here. Last one. Press it up and lower yourself down gently. Untucking those legs and lowering yourself down just enough, and then squeezing yourself, chest lifted towards that knee, towards your body. I'd like you to walk your feet out just a tad to get that lower tummy activated right here. We're gonna pulse those thumbs up and down for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. That left hand lifts and take it down. Right hand lifts, take it down. Good, alternating through that core, keeping that balance for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pulsing those thumbs up one last time. You're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently roll yourself down, letting go of everything you have in that body and letting yourself feel nice and long. Taking those hands in towards your ribs and just above your belly button. Deep breath with me right here. Inhale through the nose, exhale out through the mouth. Good, undoing those hands and sitting up tall when you feel ready. Bringing yourself into that seated position. We're gonna send those hands out to either side of the body, and we're gonna take our gaze over towards the top of our mat, over our left hand, and drop those hands and lift halfway. Just like we started. Good, gaze comes back through center, over to the opposite hand, lower, and lift. Good, bringing that head back to center, lifting up through those hands, bringing the hands together, back behind that body, bending through those elbows, keeping our chin lifted, chest is lifted, feeling that stretch in that backside. Whew, those arms definitely feel it today. Pressing back up through those triceps, lowering those hands down and pressing up through that chest. Lower it down. One last time, press up through that chest. Squeeze those abs for one final time and lower it back down. Bring those hands onto your knees, pressing that upper body down over the legs. forehead is down towards your ground. And press back up, lifting up through that upper body, coming back to your straight spine, lifting up through those hands, bringing them together and in front of that heart. Amazing job today. I'm so proud of you for crushing another 30-minute workout. If this was your first time moving with me, thank you so much. I'm so excited to start our journey together, and I would love for you to subscribe to my channel for more weekly workouts. Thank you so much, and I will see you next week. Bye.